So we'll just start from the back here. Show you the back of the car. I can use this light here if we need to. You can see it's all a bit, so it's a bit dirty under there. To give it a clean. There's a bit there. I have to give it a clean off. Anyway, but you can see how nice the car, if I take this to one side, you can see how clean everything is. It's only done just under 8,000 kilometers since I built it a ground up restoration. You can see how nice everything is on it. The floors, I mean, you could literally, a bit of dirt up there, a bit of dirt, but generally it's in very, very good condition. I would say it's definitely condition one. It's for a car, and it's done, you know, as I say, I give it a little tidy up every now and again. It's had new bushes in it. It's had, well, everything's been done to this car basically. And as I say, you can see from underneath just how nice it is. In fact, I'll give those radius arms a quick clean up. Oh, it's just mud, whatever. There we go. But look how nice everything is. It's in really good condition. I'll take you to the outside. You can see it's absolutely mint all the way along. Bit of road mud there. It's got twin pot calipers on the front, which would have been single Dunlops, but they weren't. They were good brakes, but they weren't. They're much better with the 4 pots on the front. And this car basically is sort of the bottom, sort of 40% is all brand new. So the boot floor, the whole bottom floors, the sills, well, basically the whole, from that bumper down, front to back, is all brand spanking new. So it's in very, very good condition. You know, when I see some of the prices of some of these cars, and what they're asking for them. A perfect example is this. You see how it's nice and flat? It's not pushed up, it's not raised up. So look at the dust on that. There you go, look at that. It just needs a really good wash, which I'll get it done. I might even get it valeted as well. And the same on the front. These bumpers, these bumperettes, to get that, it really takes a lot of work to get these perfect. To get the motif bar correct, to get these rubbers correct, really takes a lot of work. And I mean, I must have had this, I must have taken, I don't know, weeks to do the bonnet. Supposedly they put them on in 20 minutes. How they did that in the factory, I do not know. But to get those gaps correct, and the doors and so on and so forth, is a major amount of work, and you can see how good the gaps are on it. So I did everything on this car apart from the paint. The paint was done professionally. It's opalescent silver grey. And I went for the blue interior. Oh, it's a bit manky there. I went for the blue interior rather than the traditional red or ox blood, because I thought the blue looked quite classy. So, yeah. So I bought the interior from John Skinner and did all that myself. I had the seats done professionally, but everything else we did ourselves. Had a new dash top, all new gauges. The gauges actually are original, the windscreen's original, but the gauge was left at the original mileage, because it was in America, this car. I think it was 42,000 miles, or 37,000 miles, sorry. It was 37,000 miles, but I had the original gauge and I kept the original mileage on it, but had it moved into kph, into kilometers per hour. So, and it runs like a dream. It's got a classic Fabs exhaust system on it, which really makes it sound really, really nice. Beautiful car. It drives so well. It's a driver's car. It's not a museum piece, and this is why I'm selling it, because it's just a shame to look at. Just as I say, it just needs a really good clean up. The hood fits beautifully on it, the trunk, everything. It is a gorgeous car. And the thing about this particular car is it's probably one of the most detailed restorations on YouTube, and it's also in the Jaguar Club magazine. I think I did an article for 4 years every month, and I have all the books. In fact, I have the Jaguar Club books from #1, which will go with the car. There's also a hardtop, a genuine Jaguar factory hardtop to go with it. The only downside is that the fittings, the chrome in the back window, the Perspex back window is not with it. But just for a hardtop, a replica hardtop, they're over £6,000. But I have one with it, and that will go with the car. No expense spared on this car. And to be honest, what I'm asking for it is probably not much more than the actual sum of the parts plus the car in the first place cost me. I would imagine I've probably got the best part of 2,000 hours into this car. Yeah, I would say easily 2,000 hours. And you can see it's just beautiful. I mean, everything, even though I say so myself, everything I've done on it is been done 100% correctly. This also has, which the original Jaguars didn't have, this has inside the sills, and you can see it in a video called Jaguar E-Type Restoration, 4 years in 4 minutes. You can see inside these sills here, I put sill strengtheners which come from Martin Roby, so it just helps if there's any side impact, because there's only the inner and the outer sill. So yeah, what is that, 15 odd years, 16 years I've had it. It was about a 4 and a bit year restoration, top to bottom, although I didn't work on it. I only worked on it in the winter time. I didn't work because we were busy with building the garden and the pool and everything. And yeah, sorry it's in such a mess, but once it's cleaned up. In fact, the only bad bit, this is it's a beautiful windscreen and original. The only bad bit is that there, it needs polishing out, which I might take that to my local glass care people and see if they can just polish that out. But I think you'd have to agree, gents, or ladies and gents, if there is any women looking, that is one beautiful looking car. And yeah, I'm sorry to see it go, but my wife and I are not using this car, and it's just a sin to let it sit. And it's not a museum piece. It's not there just to be looked at. It should be driven and enjoyed. And yeah, it just needs to go to someone to really, really enjoy it and get the most out of it, because I've set it up in such a way that it's a really good driver's car. You know, we've been to England and this and back. But as I say, you know, in the last few years, we've probably done, you know, 500, 600 kilometers in it. Maybe less than that, I don't know, 1,000 kilometers. And this is why we bought this car, and so why I've restored this one, because my wife and I can get in and out of this easier. We've got a lot more luggage space. So this is the car that will replace the E-Type. And to be honest, looking at some of the prices, I'll put some up and show you. There's another one exactly the same as this. I think it's even the same year. It's the same colour, it's the same interior, and it's about 30, 40,000 more than I want for this car. So I'm looking at sub £100,000 pounds for this. So sort of, I don't know, sort of 90, 95. So it's, yeah, under 100,000. If I can get that, I'm happy enough. I'm not going to give it away, even though the market is depressed. And the other point is there's probably investors out there that are looking for the market to drop before they'll buy, because it's the right time. When the market's down a little bit, people jump in, and good on them. It's a very smart way to do it. Why buy at the high prices? The other thing about the car is when it was first done, I'll show you the valuation. I have a stack of paperwork for this car. When it was first done, it was valued at 160,000 euros. So that's about 130,000 pounds. So, which was about the going rate at the time, 140 maybe. But yeah, as I say, the market's not what it was. So as you can hear, it's still on choke at the moment, but got a beautiful sound, this exhaust. then it's just a matter of lifting the bonnet, a little safety clamp here, and there you go. Look at that, look how nicely balanced that is. And you see, I mean, these are clean, these are a bit manky, but you can see how nice that is. And that's the 4.2 engine, loads of torque in it. You can actually, in third gear, you can go at 10 miles an hour and it'll just pick straight up and drive away. It's unbelievable, the torque in these engines. And you can see everything is perfect. Even I put an alloy radiator in it. And this car actually runs on Evans coolant. There's no, I've had it in there for what, 10 years? Never had to top it up. You can see there, it's just a bit manky. Everything is new on it. Special set of headers because that comes with the classic Fabs system. Needs a few touches up on there and clean up on that head. But it's got exactly the same hoses, everything. And yeah, well, you can see how nice it is under the bonnet. I mean, it's in mint condition. There's very few at this kind of price. In fact, I'd defy you to find one in this condition for sub £100,000. Anyway, we'll see. If I can't get the price, I'll hang on to it. But I need something back for the years and years that I put into it, work from the amount of labour and love that I put into it, and tools I bought, and this, that, and the next thing. Although I'll never recoup that. But I would imagine just the parts and the cost of all the bits and pieces, it's probably, there wouldn't be much in it from what I'm asking for it and what it's cost me to build it. So there we are. One nice Series 1 E-Type. Shame to see it go, but unfortunately it is what it is. And everything is it's not 100% original, but I see people that that sell these cars through high-end customers and stuff, and they go on about originality. Well, I'll be absolutely honest with you, there is not one E-Type on the road, and I can guarantee this, there is not one E-Type that's on the road that's 100% original. It's not possible, because they couldn't have the same battery, the tyres, the fluid, whatever. All of them have been restored in some way or other. So this nonsense about it's 100% original is the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard in my life. I've had some arguments with some people that are quite well known on YouTube about this originality business. And the bottom line is if you're invested in it, you have a business that involves these cars, of course you're going to try and make money from originality. But I have an original tool a tool roll in this with the original Jaguar tools, which I got from a garage sale. I had a friend of mine make the leather pouch up in America, and I've seen them for sale on certain sites for like €6,000. Why would you spend €6,000 or whatever on a tool roll that you know, it's got a couple of spanners in it? I mean, it's bullshit in my opinion. But anyway, it is what it is. But this is a driver's car. It's not for sitting in the garage admiring it, letting it go up in investment. It's to drive and enjoy. So, on that note, I'll leave it with you. I will get it cleaned up and show some video of me driving it, and we'll see how we go from there.